Hey, Marcia, I'm going to try to answer your questions, but I'm not sure I completely understand where everything's coming from. So please call me out and say, no, 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 this is what I'm asking. So right here, there's a bunch of different ways to answer this. But as far as the category page goes, let's cut over to the game on options. And game on options right here in the front end, or if you're in the back end, just click on options. And here's the store. Now, do we want to show the store? You got to turn it on, give it a name, and then make up a link. And for me, MLX is Mac Lab Exchange. And that's what that stands for. And then Game On makes that page for you when you create this. It adds the short code and then sucks in everything that you tell it to. And you tell it to on the category page. And that, I think, if I cut over here, is another one of your questions. It's about getting to the category page through that URL. So I'm thinking that's what you're asking. And that's what I'm not sure about. And I keep going to that other page because this is where I think your last question is. How do you get this in? But if you're using those store links, I'm thinking I misunderstand this. Because right here, you say, how can I easily make a store item? But put the access link into the quest out message. And that's what I think you're talking about. So right here, and this is in a different video, but I mean, there's got to be an hour and a half of videos right here, so I can't blame you for not getting that. Let's edit this quest, and let me just show you how this got in here. And it's pretty straightforward. Let's go to the visual end of this and come down. There we go. Down. Oh no, it's in the bonus stage. Sorry about that. Or completion message. So there it is right here. The Go Store category is what pulled the name of the store item in order to display it here. And in order to get the name of that store item, all you do, I'm going to click and hit space, switch over to the visual tab, and that space is not going to be it's not going to be honored. So I'm in the visual editor, and let's say I want to add this right here. You just click on the shortcodes, but the downward facing arrow, and then click store item. Get the store item ID, and this ID right here, this will be fixed. This cursor should be between those two double quotes, and then you put the store item, and if I go to the exchange, all items, right click on this. I'm going to open it up in a new window so I don't lose this. And then whatever store item you want, and in this case it's the week 19 loot, we'll go ahead and edit that. And then it's in the location. The first item location, you just copy that, Command C, and then I'm going to go ahead and close that because we've already done it. Come back here and paste this in. So now if I save this, see this Go Store ID equals, Go Store ID equals. I'm not going to save it because it's going to publish that exact same store item right there. Okay, so that's how you enter it into the outro message. Or it could be anywhere. It could even be in a call to action. So anywhere you like, you could put a store item. Okay, I'm going to close that and leave that page because I don't want to change it. And then getting to the category page. Okay, here in the options panel, we've set up, to show our store, to show the name, to show the store link. And when we click on this, we get to whatever, see, I've named it the exchange, and we get here. Now, as far as getting to the store categories, it's as easy as rolling over the name of your site. And I called mine the exchange. So whatever you call your store, let's say, the outpost, it's going to have the store items or the outpost items and the outpost categories. And you click on categories, and that gets you to where you want to go. And I got to admit, in the video I talked about this, I kind of fumbled and bumbled. Because in the quests, you have a quest map, and then you have map sections, and then you assign quests to the sections. And the same thing goes for achievements. Okay? So here we've got, no, that's not right. Same thing does not go for achievements. Achievements just have a section, an achievement section, and then a category, and then the achievements are assigned directly to that category. Store items are, you have class business is what I call this category, and then down here I have class goodies. So this is exactly like the maps. Sorry for misspeaking a moment ago. This one's exactly like the maps in that you have the map, or in here, the overarching category, and then you have these category sections. When you make a section, you go ahead and assign it to one of the two maps. I don't know what to call these things because they do operate a little differently. But everything that goes here goes back on the exchange. Okay, so if I name something and create it and make it a child of, say, class business, then it's going to show up on the exchange. This is a terrible explanation. Okay, I'm probably going to have to explain this again, but you notice that, hey, early bird or regular day, the early bird, and I've got collaboration and minimum day as well, and I just show and hide these categories. And I'll point out back on the quest where this video is that explains this. But you see here are the other categories that are childs of class business, where I put the individual store items. And when you make a store item, look, I'll just click on one of these and edit it, but it's, well, I shouldn't do that. You can edit it here, but also under MacLab, you go to the items themselves, and then where do they want to go? And let's look at something other than loot. We'll go back one, because these items are meant to be placed in that outro message, but here's absence for second semester. I'm going to click on that so I can show you where it goes. And where it goes is the item location. Do I want it in a store section? This is where you make an exchange item, and you can make a new one, and then it's going to say, do you want it in the item location? Do you want it in a section? And if it's in a section, it's going to show up in your store page. And here I put it under absent excused. And this is the order of these two. And for my absences, I give 5 free, 1 through 5, and then I give 1 price for additional absences, because I don't want to punish a kid that is absent repeatedly for health reasons or whatever. So there's the store item. You can, the content, what you want to say about it, and then the cost. What's it going to cost? And for this 1 through 5, they're free, so it costs nothing. But I put a limit on that of 5 total, so that students would get in the second semester, notice this is S2, they would get 5 free absences. And then if I go back to the exchange and I go to 6 through 10, oh shoot, I should have just used the back button, because I'm going to end up on that first page again. So I'm going to jump back to the second page in order to get to that. And you can see the 6 through 10, absent 1 through 5, those are all the tardies. Okay, that's going to be, there it is, 6 plus. So this one, the only difference is going to be the item location is going to be the same place, but notice how it falls after the absence. And I can reorder these. You can drag these around to reorder them, and that's wonderful, so that you can, in case you miss something, you can remake it. And then the store item itself is, yeah, you get sick leave, you get 5 free, but then you got to pay, and it costs 2 health. And then there are the other settings. Hey, say someone's absent 3 days. Instead of buying this 3 times, they can go ahead and just click on the quantity and change it to 3. And then I want to receive notifications. This is optional. Do you want to have a little pop-up that says that little Billy bought his absences? And for me, I wanted it to. Now the absence lock, scheduled access, enable locks, this is where, and a password. You can utilize these three choices in order to set up your store items to work exactly as you want. Okay, well, I don't know if that explained everything, but coming all the way back up here to the top is the bonus loot options and store items. At the end of this video, there's a little bit about store items. And some of what I referred to in this video is here near the end. You don't have to watch it all. Just skip towards the end and you'll find that. Otherwise, if I didn't address your specific question, please come back on me. Whoa, what a rambling video. Sorry about that.